Can you? Oh yeah, I can still hear me. But I instantly told my son's cousin that that's what makes me uncomfortable. Now I was on edge as soon as I seen that one, because I didn't see none other, but that one is what made me feel. It just made me uncomfortable. But I think that some other, because he had just walked in there. We were there for hours and didn't see nobody like that. But I think that somebody else had pulled his friend to the side and was like, "Look, you need to get your friend out of here, or tell him to take it off," because it is such a big thing in my neighborhood, in our town, our city, just probably in you know what I'm saying. It's in our country, in our neighborhood, in everywhere, our communities that with these boys just shooting. Anyways, that's getting off the subject, but it's not. It needs to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed constantly and frequently to fix it. We have to fix. That's something that we just. I don't feel like we should have to let our children die. That's crazy. I feel like that we should get out here and pull these kids by their motherfucking ears and sit them down somewhere. Give them some responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? Take care of these kids. Show these kids how to play some basketball. Show these girls how to do something. Go do something. Give them some responsibility. Give them some value. Give them some. No, Lo. Give them something to work towards. Give them some something to be proud about. But anyways, so there is that, and it's like I said, to see my neighborhood and all them beautiful, beautiful black people coming together, and it was major. It turned out so big. I was just so proud. There was food, there was music, there was community, there was love, there was culture, there was, you know what I'm saying? I felt proud of my, I felt proud. I felt proud of my neighborhood. I felt proud of my community. I felt proud of my people. I felt proud to be born and raised in Tacoma yesterday. You see, whatever I see flying around, it's a fly. Not whatever I see. I ain't got no bugs flying around my room. It's a fly. Anyways, yes, it gave me a very an undescribable sense of pride and joy and respect for my community, which I felt like we were losing. And so that was just a really good day. And I'm not going to take from that because I still feel like we are losing our community and that there's so much that we have to do to grab a hold of each other and our children and our parents to um, to come back together. Because oh yeah, there was zero fights, zero arguments, zero shooting, nothing. That's the whole point I was getting to. I'm very proud of my community for that. And so with that, because let me see, back in the day, we used to have, like I said, I'm from Hilltop. We used to have block parties. We used to have, we had a sense of more of a sense of community, and gentrification hit. They're pushing, gentrification. If you don't know what gentrification is, let me see. I shouldn't be grabbing my phone, but definition of gentrification.
Here's the definition of gentrification: the process whereby the character of a poor urban area is changed by wealthier people moving in, improving housing, and attracting new businesses, typically displacing current inhabitants in the process.
So with that, they bought all of our grandparents' home. Our grandparents, our families, they sold our family homes. They sold our place to gather. They sold everything. So I feel like we no longer have very much of a community to go home to. Yeah. So the gentrification. First, let me see. The RICO Act hit my community really hard first, and then gentrification. While the whole time the RICO Act hit, the gentrification was slowly going on. Now it's just major because if you go to my community, and you know it's crazy. So it um, Seattle is the next city, the next big city over, and where they had the gentrification, and they put this thing called the light rail through Seattle and Tacoma, and both went straight down MLK. You know, in every city there is an MLK, and it's usually in the prominently black neighborhoods. It went from so the CD in Seattle used to be the Central District used to be prominently black. Now it is mainly white, and then you have then you got the South End where more black people are, but they're pushing them further and further south. So they're coming further and further down towards like Tacoma and my way, and all this. But they're also pushing us out of this way. The light rail is this train that they're running to interlink the cities faster, I guess. From it's gonna be good, but it's also you know what I'm saying. It's taking away our homes, it's taking away our families, it's taking away a lot actually. I go to my neighborhood and I barely recognize it, and like change is good, right? Change is always good. Change can't be bad. It might be uncomfortable, it might be new, it might be different, but it's not bad. I don't know. I mean, I do that part. I do. Change isn't bad. Change is always going to be for the better, and I choose to be optimistic that way. You know, I'd rather look at my glass half full than half empty, and it's pretty low right there. Anyways, so with that, yeah, the gentrification, the RICO Act on the hilltop hit my family so hard and so cold that they could fuck themselves. I don't know how else to say it. I don't know how else to say it. They target you know, it's like I can't imagine my I when you say the RICO Act now, what I think about is P Diddy. I can't imagine my family, you know, are having a RICO Act. But I mean I can, but I can't. Anyways, it took away so many of our fathers. It took away so many of our mothers. I am also, you know what I'm saying. I was speaking to my brother about this yesterday. That when you lock up our men, you take away from our children. But what happens when you go after the mothers too? Because you know, in my neighborhood, the moms don't escape the the prison life. We don't. I've been to prison and I've lost my kids, and my not only only one of my baby's dads was actually in prison, but the fact that my I feel like you know what I'm saying because we don't have a community no more. My children just slipped through. You know, I feel like I fell off. That was horrible. But you know, I now I see the blessings in it. So I'm not gonna stick on that. But I see the blessings in my falling off and my in you know what I'm saying my kids going to foster care then getting adopted because they got adopted by a very well family. You know, very good. They're white, but I'm half white. So you know what I'm saying. I don't even care about that really, but I do because I mean back in the day, you didn't have. I didn't understand how much of an impact that would have on myself or others. You know what I'm saying? It just I never understood that until I look at things now. Now I see the difference, which and that's something I'll get into in a later what they call segment episode. I don't know in a later whatever you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so yes, So we talked a little about the block parties, the gentrification, you know what I'm saying, the RICO acts, everything that my community has been hit with. Not just hit, but I'm talking about like bam, you know what I'm saying? Like these deaths, this fentanyl crisis, this these YNs, the the I keep on thinking about every time I think about crazy, tragic, horrible deaths and just senseless deaths, things that don't make sense to me. I have a few come to mind, but I will not speak on that right now. First of all, because the wounds are still fresh to the families that it happened to. It's not my place to speak on it yet. I will not do that. I will not disrespect them. It was just that tragic. Just that tragic. But very good friends of mine. Very, very good friends. And my heart and my soul hurts for that family and I cry and you guys are my prayers every night, I swear. I hope you guys are I don't know how you would ever get overcome that or I just hope that you guys maybe find peace someday and you know just be able to just come together. Or I hope you guys didn't. I really hope you guys didn't let go of each other with as much as you lost. I don't think that you did because the woman of the household just such an amazing person to me, and I can't tell her to her face right now how much I adore her, how much I respect her, how much I look up to her, how much I don't, like I don't, I my ear is just dang. Anyways, let me stop doing that. But okay. Oh yeah, so I'm pretty much done. By saying yeah, with all that's hit my community, that's hit my neighborhood, that's hit my city, that's hit my state in the last couple years, the last few years has been very tragic, and I think a lot of it's been very unnecessary, and I think we should no longer tolerate it. I think we should no longer accept it. I think, and this has nothing to do with no white people, no businesses, no corporates, no laws. This has something to do with us grabbing a hold of ours. Period. Us grabbing a hold of ours. Oh, this also which brings yes. So with that being said, yesterday and seeing us all come together and being happy and dancing and just doing what black folks do, it was so beautiful and I loved it and I appreciate it and I'm so glad I got to be a part of it and I got to be there. My son got to be there. My family got to be there, and I cannot wait. They said it got so big that they've had it at that place for the last 3 years. It got so big this last year that they have to move it, and they're hopefully going to move it, hopefully, to the Puyallup Fair because yeah, just it gets more room, and it's more, it's just more more room for black people, more beautiful black people, and it was so peaceful. And I know a lot of people in my city. I know a lot of people were very worried about that today, yesterday. You were worried about the shootings, worried about all this violence that's been going on around here, and kind of worried about going out. I know a few of my neighbors, when I asked if they were going, they were just, no, they weren't going because everything that's been going on. And I know when I got home and I seen them, they were having their little barbecue out back. It was so beautiful to see that too. But you know what I'm saying? And I was able to tell them that, look, it was just, the turnout was amazing. And I know some of the people who have put it together. And I just want to thank everybody. Just breathe it all in because I love it. It's great. But, and let me see. So, yes, thank you guys. Thank you for all the vendors. Thank you for everything I got. Thank you for. Look, I can't even smile right now. I'm about to. I keep on doing that. I will be getting my teeth fixed very, very soon. In the very, very near future. she wakes up, sometimes she's not very nice. My nose rings is bothering me too. See, I got that one. Yeah, I just got that one. I told you guys, right? When I started the couple, if you guys look back at my other videos, I didn't do it right. It's at 49, right? It's 49 minutes right now, so I'm not sure if I should just make it go to an hour and just randomly talk about things, but no. No, I'm not going to do that. Let me get off of here. I will be back and talk to you guys very soon. And I am also going to I'm also going to my one of my on my list of my schedule is to sit down after my son goes to bed and learn editing. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to edit and do this in an hour because I've asked for help, but look, ain't nobody gonna help me but me. I mean, there is help out there, but you know, it's nobody else's responsibility of what I want to do. So I'm going to put my best foot forward. And tonight, after I put my son to bed, I will be on my laptop and I will be on my everything, and I'll be taking my notes of how to edit, and I'll be playing with this little thingamajig and this thingamajig, and and that thingamajig, trying to figure out how to make it all jig. Yeah, so have a very blessed day. I hope everybody is well and happy and whole. I have to find out what's up with my dog. And, oh yes, so, let me see. Let me, if there is if there's any questions, if you have, look, I don't mind constructive criticism. I would like feedback on how I'm doing. If you've watched my earlier videos, how if you see the difference, I'm definitely gonna go back and see them. Um, you can leave comments, open for discussions. I don't know if you're allowed to leave messages on this YouTube. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm also gonna study YouTube and figure out how to work that thing because that's a whole different thing and all in itself. I don't even know what being monetized and stuff. What does that even mean? I'm gonna learn it, but I just had to get it started first. So this is me getting started. This is me out here, and I think I did very well on this time around. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so proud of myself. So yes, I will see y'all